Okay, this is like the 17,000th time that I've tried to go live. I live out in the sticks in Ontario, and the internet connection really sucks out here, so I've literally been all over the house trying to get a connection. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to talk, and then I'm going to post this when it's done. So if no one can come on live, at least you can hopefully catch the recording. So, I want to talk to you guys about inspiring and keeping your team motivated. And this kind of goes a little bit hand in hand in what Ellie was talking about last week with inviting. Because I found on my team, a lot of my, especially my newer coaches, were having a really hard time doing strong invites. And it was because they were feeling a little bit uncomfortable sharing their why and opening up to their network. So something that I started doing a couple months ago was a team call that I like to call the Be Inspired call. So what I do is I ask someone on our team to host the call and to talk about their story. So I want them to talk about where they were at before they began any Beachbody program. I want them to talk about how they found Beachbody, and then I want them to talk about how it has changed them. Because obviously, if they are now a coach, they want to pay it forward, right? There's been a change in them, and now they want to share that. So, something that this call does is it really reminds us of why we're doing what we're doing. So a lot of the time, team calls are focused on how to do what we do, how to be successful, what are the tools and the steps to be successful, how to post, that sort of thing. And I found what was lacking was reminding my team of why they were doing what they were doing. Because the truth is that it all started, the foundation of coaching, the foundation of your business is your why. And I know we hear that all the time. What is your why? We speak about personal development on figuring out your why and that sort of thing. Share your why as your invite. But I think that every so often, we get caught up in trying to make the perfect posts and trying to make the perfect standout pictures and trying to, run our challenge groups and do our workouts, and we get so caught up in a lot of the things that come with this business that we forget about the real reason why we're doing this business. And you can't really effectively grow your business unless you stay in tune with that why. So, what I started noticing is that on my team, I have a lot of people who have accomplished amazing things. Like literally, they have changed their own lives because of Beachbody. And so what I wanted to do is really inspire my other coaches on my team to see that they have the key to literally help change someone's life. And I don't say that lightly at all. When I say that coaching changes lives, it really, really does. So what made me realize this is when I had a coach come onto our team, and she was the most positive, bubbly, uplifting person. And one day we were talking, and we were just talking about her journey and how, she's so excited to be coaching and she's so excited to be sharing this new lifestyle. And we got talking about her past and where she was before she started doing Beachbody. And I was completely shocked, like my jaw dropped, to find out that even as little as 6 months ago, she was depressed. She hated looking in the mirror. She couldn't stand to look at herself. She had gone to the doctor and found out that she was borderline type 2 diabetic. She had health issues going on where they thought that she might have a brain tumor. And she was just feeling low. And it was when she saw a post of mine of me working out in my basement, you know, having fun. I must have been doing, I think I was doing pie or something in the post that she saw me doing, but she saw me doing it, she saw me having fun, and she thought, that looks like something I want to try. Like, maybe that's something that I would have fun doing, and this way I can take control of my health and, you know, fix this whole scenario with the diabetes and that sort of thing. So she contacted me. She ended up getting a program, and within a month, she was a whole different person. She was confident, she was positive, she was seeing changes, but she didn't even care about the physical outside changes because she was changing on the inside. So I decided that I wanted her to share that with our team. I wanted her to do a call because I wanted to show our coaches that what we do changes lives. I wanted to show people on my team that by inviting, we're literally giving people the keys to change their life and just be happier, be better, be healthier. So what actually inspired all this was the National Wake Up Calls. So if you're not watching the National Wake Up Call, or listening, sorry, to the National Wake Up Calls, you need to start listening to National Wake Up Calls. So what the National Wake Up Calls did for me was, I mean, we always follow the top coaches in this business. And we always look at, hi, sweetheart, there's my daughter. Hi. Okay. Yes, say hi. Say hi. Hi. Okay. Does that work? Okay. See you soon. So the thing that inspired me was seeing all these top coaches and they're doing these national wake-up calls, and I was really inspired by them. And I thought, you know, they're so lucky. They have such a following. They have all these people who look up to them and they're inspired by them. And oh my goodness, hi. Okay, come sit on my lap. And welcome to reality, guys. This is the real life of a coach that works from home. It's okay, honey. I'm almost done. So when I started listening to these calls by these top coaches, I started hearing where they came from, where they started. And it was never easy for them. They weren't just these naturally fit people that people just automatically started wanting to be. These coaches struggled. Like, they had, like, bankruptcy and almost losing their homes and struggling with addiction and depression. They're real people with real problems. And the main difference, the thing that changed, was that they were inspired by somebody that they saw changing their own life. And they decided to reach out to that person and say, I'm ready to change my life too. And so that's the power of inviting, because had they not seen that original person post about how much their life had changed because of what they were doing, they never would have taken the step to change their own life. So I'm realizing it on my own team, that there are people on my own team that are changing their lives. You know, they've been in dark places, they've been in hard places, they've gone through inconceivable circumstances. And I want to show them that they can use these circumstances to reach out and they can help other people with them. So we do a team call once a month, and what it does is it just shows people on our team, real life people with real life stories and how far they've come. Something really important to remember about this when I'm talking to them about their invites and their whys and sharing their stories is they get really caught up in the fact that they don't want to mention, you know, that they're doing the workouts or the Shakeology or that sort of thing. It makes them really uncomfortable because then it makes them feel like a salesperson, and they don't want people to look at them like they're just using this product, you know, to make a few bucks or whatever. But they have to, what I tell them is, but that's where your transition and your change started. For me, when I started PIO, I was going through depression. I was a new mom. I had lost myself. My whole life was engulfed in this tiny little human being, and it was making me feel really down. And so had my coach not put the invite out there that she was doing a PIO group, and had she not shared her transformation, I wouldn't even have thought about it, right? So it all started with PIO. It started with my coach talking about PIO and how it helped her and how it changed her. And so therefore I saw it and I wanted to do that change too. And so what we do now with these Be Inspired calls is for one, we build a really great team connection because we get to know each other, we get to know each other's struggles. For two, it also works in the sense that you're helping them grow their business, because talking to someone and opening up is a really intimidating thing, especially if you have a lot of skeletons in your closet. So going from never talking about these things to jumping out to your network and sharing the skeletons in your closet is a really intimidating thing to do. So if you get your new coaches to do a call for you and to share it with people that they're already familiar with, who they know already have an understanding, who are going through the same sort of thing, it really helps them to feel more confident to then take the next step and to open up to their network and to share with their network. So these Be Inspired calls, they do two things. They allow us to see the change that this whole thing has created in someone else's life, in a life of someone that we actually know. And then it also helps newer coaches feel more confident in sharing their story and sharing their why and sharing their journey so that they can then take it to their network. So that's really all I have to say about that. But these Be Inspired calls have really, really helped to change my team dynamic. They've really helped to build confidence in my coaches and to allow them to see that they are capable of changing lives, even though it seems like what they're going through, what they went through is insignificant and that sort of thing. They can see that lives literally are being changed with these things. So I strongly encourage, do a Be Inspired call. Find someone on your team who has a really inspiring story and encourage them to share it. And then see where it goes from there, because you'll see that they become more comfortable, they become more confident, and it's a whole new level of their business for them. So that's all I wanted to say today. I really pray that this worked. Yeah, I can't even tell you how many times I tried to go live and it failed. Anyways, I'm going to end this here, and hopefully it recorded and I can load it to the page and you guys can watch this. Take care.